in the middle of my road trip to Houston yesterday, I saw a tweet from Remnant_game. That handle with the underscore is so hard to look for on Twitter. And it says, PC players with the patch yesterday, the current build of the game has an exploit. I saw that and I was like, oh, go on. Where Aphelion and Nightfall do double damage. We're working on another patch to resolve this. Oh, take your time. Please, take your time. Now, I was 4 hours away from home at the time, and I was like, please, dear Lord, Heavenly Father, grant me the strength to get home and abuse this exploit with the Nightfall. And I did. It's pretty freaking good. It kills things faster than anything I've seen in the game so far, anything I've used, and it's a great time. Okay, mostly anything. The freaking full bore chamber plus the arbalist, that's still better, but 10,000 times worse to actually get it to work. Nightfall is pretty easy, and it was kind of fun seeing how broken things could be in Remnant 2. Mind you, Aphelion's broken as well. I still think it's terrible. I still think it's one of the worst weapons in the game. Could be a D1 hater, okay? Got my jersey coming in very soon. Gonna rep the freaking team. D1 hater from Arkansas, something like that. It's just not very good. Now, Nightfall is insanity. You can kill anything in the game wickedly fast. Even things that don't have easy to hit weak spots die quickly. Now, the mobs that do have easy to hit weak spots, ridiculous. And I'm not sure at what point I'm playing the clip, but you all saw that clip against the Shahala, right? Shahalala. Yeah, that shield strat's insane. You can just plant a shield in AFK. I didn't know that. I learned that recently by myself. I've been getting accused a lot of stealing content recently. Not in Remnant 2, but just in general. It's like, these things that happen in some games are not rocket science. Sometimes I get a little bit of help from people in Twitch chat, but I don't just go like, okay, what can I steal today? There was that one thing though. There was that one build that I think I gave him credit though. It was Raptak, I believe. He made a tank build, and I got help making a different one that worked better for me. So, just saying. A little side note. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the build now, I think. We'll find out. Now begins the build explanation, but first a disclaimer. You can change some things, but I suggest keeping a couple things. The most important one being Will Farron Sigil. This lets you generate mod power even while your mod's active, giving you essentially permanent mod uptime, which with the Nightfall is insane. It's fully automatic, infinite ammo all the time. Just hit crits and preferably weak spots. Weak spots give you a bit more mod generation when you hit those, so it's a nice time. So aside from that ring, you can change your amulet, your other 3 rings, and it's not that big a deal. You'll have less damage in many cases, but you got options. Also, I suggest keeping momentum in Nightfall if you have that. Trust me, there's nothing better in a build like this. Nothing better than momentum with Nightfall in the current situation. And I'm using Hunter with the focus. You can use Mark if you want a bit more laid back stuff, but focus is more damage. And Gunslinger in many cases with this build is better than Hutch, or I guess Challenger Rampage, because you kill things so fast. Gunslinger is better in this case. There's no animation, and you get instant access to the high damage it can offer. If it shot a bit slower, or if the damage is a bit lower, then Hutch would be better, according to my calculations, the person who actually plays the game, and not according to folks that look at spreadsheets. That's right, still taking shots, nerds. Anywho, in my relic, I got range crit chance, crit damage, and weak spot damage. The relic of choice does not matter. I'm not really popping it personally. Things die in pretty much one rotation. If you're fighting things that don't have weak spots that are easy to hit, change out weak spot damage to fire rate or range damage, and also swap out Zanya's Malice and Ring of Flawed Beauty if you're currently using those. 2 things that are different and don't work off weak spots when they're not easy to hit. It doesn't happen all the time though. Mini bosses have very easy to hit weak spots. Speedrun that sentence, I apologize. The talents I suggest are Flashcaster's swiftness, footwork, and I suppose handling with spirit. Aside from that, the rest is your choice. I keep 10 trait points free because if I want to swap to Challenger, I can, just for funsies. Although you can spend all your points, and a big deal. And that's the build. That's yep. For added clarity, all the things I'd change are currently highlighted. The things I wouldn't change are not. That concludes the gameplay portion and build of the video. Nightfall is pretty fun. Even after it gets fixed, it'll probably still be insane, just by the way. Now, fun fact, if y'all find any exploits and you want to share them with me, I got a Discord, you can do so there. I'd appreciate that. And aside from that, next video will probably be a build, or it'll be like 5 builds or 5 best boss killing builds, and or the builds I use after 300 hours in the game for different situations. Debating on which one sounds better because clicks matter. The video will probably have a sponsorship of a certain legend variety. It's going to help me pay my bills. So if you watch that video, I'd appreciate it. If not, hey man, I get it. Anywho, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Peace.